So you're thinking about buying a Scout?
Roll that intro.
I am Anonymous Biker USA.
Welcome back, Anonymous Biker USA channel. You're thinking about buying a Scout, or you already own a Scout. So you clicked on the title of this video. You're in the right place. As many of you have watched my channel, you know I've had this Scout since April of 17. And across the year and a half I've been doing YouTube, I've shared with you guys all the mods I've did, anything, problems that I've had, and that's all in other videos. But if you're looking to buy a Scout and you don't own one yet, you're in the right place. And if you already own one, you guys may want to hear what I have to say. So all those Scout owners out there, Meatball Rebel, Bearded Bobber, Christopher David Lawson, Star Bobber, Ricky Not So Martin, Mr. Picasso used to have one. Here we go. Looking at this bike, you're also probably looking at the Harley lineup and the 1200 series, maybe the Honda Rebel 1100, maybe the Kawasaki Vulcan 900, and a million other bikes in this size class. I did the same thing, but I'm just going to go over a couple things of why I picked the Scout and rate from 1 to 10, 10 being best, of how I think this bike ranks. So let's get into it. If you're looking for a bike that is absolutely fun, just hop on it and go, super easy to handle, and comes at a great price, the Indian Scout is for you. I have had nothing but fun on this bike since I've had it, and I really enjoy riding it. It may be the easiest bike I've ever been on to ride. From the lower seat height, center of gravity, it's so well balanced. This bike is just so easy and fun to ride. It's into the price point, right around $11,500 for the regular Scout. If you get the Bobber, it's a little more. And you get a lot for the money in terms of a great value for what you spend in terms of responsiveness, looks, handling, throttle. Everything you want in a bike is right here. Now, depending on why you're buying a bike, you know, if you're looking at doing big cross-country trips, you're probably not looking at a Scout. However, I will say, looking at a Scout, you're most likely not doing big cross-country trips. However, I will say, this bike is more than capable. Get a backrest on it, and you can easily ride 500-mile days and get to your destination. With a sissy bar and a luggage rack, not a problem. So it comes down to your level of comfort. Christopher David Lawson rode from Pennsylvania to Sturgis. You can check out his videos, and he did it with ease. The only thing that's going to give you a little bit of an issue is a 3.3 gallon gas tank. So depending how hard you're riding the bike, anywhere from 100 to 150 miles, you're getting gas. But so what? You want to stop anyway, grab something to eat. You're on a motorcycle, it's a trip. You're supposed to be making a day of it or a week of it anyway. But for getting around town, weekend trips, ripping on back roads, highway, nothing this bike can't do. It is 100% capable. So JD, I know you're looking at a Scout amongst some other bikes, and I can tell you I would 100% unequivocally buy this bike again without hesitation. Now, some of the issues I had, and that's in other videos if you guys want to go back and check it out. 2, the starter was recalled, full warranty replacement, no cost to me. I never got stranded, I never got stuck, I just took it in before that even had a chance to happen. And then 2, I had a tiny little oil leak, the video on that, and the stator, and that was also recalled, service notice. That was maybe 8-9 months ago. Have not had a problem since. So in terms of aesthetics and looks, I give the Scout a 10. Responsiveness and handling, I give the Scout a 10. Aftermarket parts and availability. Now, when I first got it, I would have given it a 6, but since then, there is a myriad of aftermarket products available for the Scout. Now, still not as great as Harley, but I'd give that a strong 8.5 for aftermarket parts for a Scout right now. So, if you look at all the Scouts in the community, I'll show a couple pictures of people's bikes here. You see everything people are able to do with these bikes. They are fully customizable. Awesome bike. In terms of maintenance and costs, I'll give it a 7.5, 8. I mean, just standard, you know, 500 miles, 5,000 mile, 10,000 mile checkups and oil changes, but nothing out of the ordinary, and they're not any more costly than any other bikes. Matter of fact, they're cheaper than your British bikes or some of your foreign bikes. So, fun factor, if I could give it higher than a 10, I would. One of the most fun bikes ever ridden. Fun factor, 10 out of 10. This is the most fun bike I've ever ridden. This thing's awesome. Trying these heated gloves out today by Savoir. His air temperature is 28, which means riding temperature, we're probably high teens, low 20s. So, if you're in the market for the Scout and you're looking at the other bikes, you know, do your due diligence, but make sure the bike fits all the boxes that you want. But I can tell you the Scout definitely comes through. If you're on the highway and you need throttle, it's always there. This bike has no lag, and this is a stock engine. I don't have any tune, I don't have any air cleaner upgrade, nothing like that. No matter where I'm riding, the throttle's always there when I need it. Easy to pass people, highway speeds, not a problem. You know, around town, if you need some storage, throw some saddlebags on, tons of options. Put anything in it you need, not a problem. And if you're just going like day trips with no gear and you're just ripping around and twisties and elevations, you're gonna kill it with this bike, because it doesn't lean like a sport bike, but it definitely has that flickability and ease of use. Not a problem at all. Now, the newer Scouts have one thing that I really like that I didn't have on my bikes. They put right at the Speedo a USB charging port. Super handy. Charge your phone or any of your devices. Makes it easy. Put a little phone mount on your bars, not a problem. So that was definitely a good thought by Indian after the models kept coming out to add that feature. Look at this. Ugh. Now, hitting these bumps, guys, let's give it suspension. Now, suspension, I'll give this a 6 out of 10. The stock suspension could be a little better. Oh. You obviously could put aftermarket shocks on. I chose not to do it because it really hasn't been that big of a problem for me. But I'm not going to give it a 9 or 10 because definitely could be more travel in the suspension. But for my purposes and why I ride it, I'm 210 pounds. I have no problem. I mean, once in a while I'll hit a like that, but to me, when you're riding this kind of bike, it's kind of part of the experience of riding it, feeling the road. So the Scout will take you to a lot of cool places. Check out Open Roader Chris too. He's got a Scout and he's in Italy. Go check out the things he rides on his Scout. So guys, if you're thinking about getting an Indian Scout, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget,